Self-love does not mean whatever you do is perfect. Self-love does not mean, don't tell me that that was my ego, because you know what? I'm practicing self-love and I am perfect and I don't want to hear it. Not what self-love means. Self-love does not mean, no, I am not going to look at my issues. I am not going to look at the role that I played because I am practicing self-love. And so I can't look at any of that. No. Self-love has nothing to do actually with the perfection or imperfection or skill or lack of skill in how we move through the world. It's a capital S self-love. It's, I love the truth of who I am. And that is sustained. So that when I make mistakes, instead of harboring anger at myself and not being able to forgive myself, I understand, okay, that was this ego self that was afraid, that was in desire, that was in ego, that was in my indoctrinated self. Not my true self. And so I come back to forgiveness. But self-love also includes not only the soul, spirit, consciousness, awareness. It also includes some level of this particular life drama that I'm in the midst of. And having compassion for it, the same way that we have for others. The awareness that if you read or you were told your story and the truth of it, all the details of the pain and the turbulence and whatnot, that you'd have compassion for that woman. That you'd be able to say, yeah, she's doing a really good job. And to be able to have that for yourself. So it's interesting because one comes from a place of absolute connection to the core of who you are, to that capital S self. I'm soul, spirit, consciousness, love, truth, the supreme universe. There is nothing I'm not. Love for God, love for the self. The other is actually taking a step back and looking at this very incarnation, saying, wow, she's been through one heck of a lot. Wow, that woman is really working hard. That woman is really doing the best she can. And they're both important. Because it's important to have that love and compassion for the story of this vehicle. But it's also important to realize the truth of who you are, because that is the highest form of self-love. And the best way to practice it, the first way, the capital S self, is through meditation. Because when you meditate, you actually have that possibility of touching and experiencing that capital S self. And when you touch it, you know it. And when you know it, it is love. It's not a matter of I love that. It's a matter of just love. Like there's no longer a me and an it. There's just love. And the other piece with this particular drama is imagine it as someone else. Imagine it as someone who's come to you, sharing their story, looking for love, looking for friendship, looking for a hand to hold, a lap to sit in, shoulder to cry on. And allow your compassion and your love for that other being to flow. Because when it's us, there's all this judgment and drama. But if it were just someone who came to you, you'd be able to say, wow, sweetheart, you are doing so great. Of course you're trying. And yeah, of course you've got this pattern. And you'll get free of it, don't worry. So that same love and compassion that you'd give another, give yourself.